Hola gente, ¿cómo están? Seguimos con el gameplay de Juego de Tronos, donde habíamos quedado que nos íbamos para el muro después que se prendió el peo. Nada, dámosle inicio al gameplay.
Ethan? Ethan! I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
Estoy aquí.
I'm here. It's okay.
Ah, con que este es Ethan.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
No te
He
gusta el
was worried
escondite.
you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here.
Ay, pero qué
And I
exagerados.
promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
Ah,
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing, and
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
qué manera de pensar el pobre
I
pequeño.
don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett
Garrett
fuerte.
is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Mariquita, qué bola. No me...
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you were the lord of the house
Nah,
now.
no va a darle
I
importancia.
don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir
Ah,
Royland
sé que
teach
es
you how
un
to wield a
niño.
sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Claro.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Como una
Where
familia
was
feliz.
I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much
Estabas en la
fun.
bola de tu papá.
But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are.
Ser el mismo,
know a
vale.
lord has many
Puede tener que cambiar, no
responsibilities.
quiero cambiar.
But you don't need to be like them.
O sea,
It's
cambiar
for you to
fuerte,
decide
pero
for yourself.
I promise I won't change.
seré la misma
Because
persona.
I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Exacto. Ma, estás hablando con el nuevo lord de la casa.
Since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
No, así no funciona
That's
tampoco.
not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Sí, pero eso no significa que haga y deshaga.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Ahora somos Ethan. Claro, no voy a hacer todo el
What's the
juego
matter?
Lord
con la historia de
Whitehall has
Garrett.
arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Verga, de una. No era
Can't
una
he meet with
semana.
Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
I might remind you, Sir Royland, I'm the new Lord of House Forrester, not you.
Of course, my lord.
Lo único que sacar de
It's
culo.
okay. You should go. It's what must be done.
Fine, let's be done with it.
Este me tiene idea porque soy un carajito apenas, pero ya vas a ver cuando me vuelva rudo. Bueno, es una carga recha para un niño.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there you said you were the Lord. Now prove it.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle
Lo
Lord Whitehill.
puedo manejar.
Well
lo puedo
said,
manejar.
my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Pero qué le pasa,
I've
gorda
been waiting
mierda.
for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get
No me
their
pongas a
due.
prueba.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt?
¿Y quién eres
You
tú?
bloody amateur.
Puta
No
cerda.
courtesies. I should have expected as
Disculpa.
much.
Cálmese,
Bloody
cálmese.
Forresters.
Gorda,
Calm
cálmese.
yourself, old man.
Bueno, anciano.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord?
También soy
You
un lord.
Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north
Ah,
now.
te quería aprovechar
Bruce
de eso.
Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's
Suficiente.
enough, Lord Whitehill.
Suficiente. Ya basta.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you
Ah,
hadn't been
gorda.
so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Ah, la cara de jeva, la chismosa. La perra esa. Coño
Your
de madre.
man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us
claro.
for no reason.
Matando unos
Yeah.
pobres campesinos.
Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the
Ah, ¿cómo responde por tus
of this
hombres?
house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking
Maldita
coward who
corrupción.
killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
Ya me encargo.
Took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done.
Ya.
He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not
Ay, si vas a
over.
la guardia, ¿no, gorda
It's
cerda?
over when my son says it is.
Es suficiente, gracias por venir. Ya se acabó.
This
Acabó.
is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final
Ah, pero
say.
mámaselo a los
I'll
Bolton, pues.
send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Como
Do as
guste.
you like, Lord Whitehill.
Como guste. Ay, ay, qué cara de miedo. Me dio miedo.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee.
Marico, es que ese ron
Prepare a
sí
raven.
es un
We
tema.
need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Ah, pero me defendí bien, ojalá. Joda, como un hombre.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Ahora estamos en King's Landing y soy Mira. Ay, ahora soy una dama. Una dama de honor. Tomo viejo lleno. Vamos a ver qué dice aquí.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Pero veramente todo eso me queda en mente todavía. O sea, caja de Iron. ¿Qué hace ella ya? Ni la más puta idea. Pero bueno. Arbor Ironwood. Moneda de Yunkai. Carta sin terminar. Vamos a ver esta carta que es aquí.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Noche de Ice Garden. No, esto.
Ethan made this for me.
Ah.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Ay, ya sé quién es ella.
Asher sent me this coin, to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Ok. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Vamos a la ventana, a ver el paisaje de King's
King's
Landing.
Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Ironrath. Bueno, vamos a sentarnos aquí. Calentador de carbón. No, no quiso mandar fue mirar. Ok, ahora ¿para dónde voy? Ah, la carta. Lo de
It
Ethan.
troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally. especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Por el peo que se formó allá en la casa. Claro. Ah, esa es otra. Yo estoy aquí en King's Landing. Uf, que me toque hablar con Cersei. Hacer el triple de coño de madre con la perra esa que la odio.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Pero tocaste a mi puerta. Pasa, pasa.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Pasa, pequeño Dobby. Parece Dobby.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Estoy bien, estoy bien.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Soy su doncella.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Ajá. Uf, que verdad que me toca hablar con esa loca.
They appeared to be having some sort of
¿Qué
disagreement.
dijeron?
I couldn't hear much, but
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
Ay, papá.
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble, but I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a callboy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Coño.
Good night, milady.
Buenas noches, pero si es de día. Bueno, fue un buen dato que dijo este Dobby. Este es Margaery, ya me acordé de
Lady
ella.
Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Ella es muy... Ese personaje se me cae bien en la serie.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
Puta Cersei.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Típico, de perra, viste que es
She
una
was
perra.
very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she
¿Qué
said
haría
it.
eso?
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well.
Claro, si estás relacionado
She
con los
demands
Stark, ya
an
estás pecando ahí
audience.
con esa
She wants an
paria Cersei.
apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with
De
Cersei
bola, no
with the
tengo nada que
wedding so
disculparme,
near.
no
I
bola.
cannot apologize, my lady. I'm not a traitor.
I know
Exacto.
you're not, but you must find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
¿Qué? Marico, yo no puedo. Yo no puedo, yo no puedo ser así. Como bien dice, déjame pisotear, no. Yo no soy así, weón. Vamos a ver qué nos dice la perra esa.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Trataré. Como para que esta me
Good luck.
ayude. Marico, no puedo. Ay, vamos a ver.
You can do this.
Ok. Ahí está Tyrion también. Chiquitico, bajito.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Inclinar.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
Pues no.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Marico, es que de hecho es
Is your
pesada,
family
weón,
loyal to the
chocante.
king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
El único rey, nuestra lealtad
He's
nunca
not here, is he?
queda.
She is.
House Forrester's
Nuestra
loyalty
lealtad
to the
nunca.
crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Ellos no son traidores.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Absolutamente. El nuevo guardián, Roose Bolton, también sirvió a los Stark.
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your
Sí,
Grace.
cualquier.
I would do anything.
Se ríe.
I see.
Perra, desgraciada. La odio.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
De pana, no sé a dónde quiere llegar esta perra.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question.
Ay, ¿qué quiere que haga?
And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Ay, no sé qué
I'm
decir.
sure
¿O
she
qué?
would. Girl answer the
No habrá
question.
conflicto, ser fiel al rey.
Go on.
No habrá
My loyalties
conflicto.
would
Mi
never
lealtad no
conflict,
entrará en conflicto.
Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games.
Y chamo, qué
Who do you
pedante.
choose?
Aquí en mi rey, por supuesto. Tengo un compromiso con Lady Margarien. Mi rey, por supuesto. Tengo un compromiso con Lady Margarien. Ay, ¿qué hago? Tengo un compromiso con Lady Margarien. Mi rey. Bueno, ya dijo que diga lo que ya quiere oír. Bueno, con el rey.
King, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either.
Perra de... Uy, que la odio, pana. La
I'd like a
odio.
word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Ah, bueno, no te me o sea, no te me pongas de enemiga porque, coño, tú misma me dijiste que dijera lo que ella quisiera oír.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Gracias,
Thank you,
Pillo.
Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly
Fue por el
entertaining.
bien.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences.
Uf,
She takes
bueno.
great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady
Marico.
Marjorie might not look favorably
Porque
on
no
such
ve
an
como no
alliance.
vota la
And
alianza.
it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house.
Hay que pensarla bien,
Willing
weón.
to risk
¿Te das cuenta con este riesgo? Sí, me
It
temo
may be
que
far
no
too
puede-
dangerous.
puede-
In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
O sea, puedo
Now,
confiar en
if you'll
Tyrion, puedo
excuse
confiar
me,
en
I
Tyrion,
promised
weón.
Sansa I
Dije
would
que sí,
join her
weón.
for dinner tonight.
Bueno,
3
veamos
beautiful
cómo
bottles
percuta
of
esto más
Dornish
adelante.
wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice,
Mejor
Lord
cosa.
Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Vamos a ver cómo resulta esto más adelante, pero... Verga. O sea, le pedí a Margit Targaryen, pero... También puedo confiar en ti, o sea, necesito más ayuda. Ya bueno. Vamos a dejarlo hasta aquí para no ser tan largo el gameplay. Y... Son intensas estas decisiones, Nabona. Pero... Ahí vamos. Espero que les haya gustado. Me dejan sus comentarios, su opinión en los comentarios. Y bueno, nos vemos en la próxima. Se me cuidan.